Hi everybody, today we are going to be doing earthquake and volcano plotting. Print pages 1 and 2. Do not print them double-sided. It will make it very difficult for you to plot, and that wouldn't be very fun. So, I have done that before, and then I ended up printing 2 copies so that way I could have the plots and or the graph and the coordinates on 2 separate papers so that I could see both at the same time. Okay, so I am just going to be sharing my screen today so that way we're all looking at the same thing. Here you see that not to print it double-sided. We're going to learn how to plot coordinates on a graph. You will use your plots to observe how volcanoes and earthquakes are related to plate tectonics. Okay, so open up your PDF. And I'm going to draw right on mine. But you guys are going to draw on yours. And I'm actually going to download this. So that way I don't have to worry about accidentally hitting X and closing it. Hey, Max. Oh. That's not what I wanted it to open with. Bear with me. Documents. There we go. Draw board. Okay, so I am going to do 30 minutes of plotting with you. And if I don't finish in that time, then I am going to let you continue on plotting, and you can show me your maps when you finish. Also, there is an analysis section right here that I do want you to fill out. There is not enough room to put your answers right here. So I do expect you to write that on notebook paper so that way you can accurately describe. Okay. And black. My name is Sarah Shear. Period's not mattering right now. Okay. Introduction. The data below represents worldwide earthquake and volcano locations given by their latitude and longitude. A way that my husband memorized latitude and longitude is latitude fatitude. So this line is latitude. And this line is longitude. Another way that you can tell if you are correct is by looking at the plots. So scroll down, and on our map here, it shows that our maximum here is 75 and 60 here. And from our plots, longitude is 120. So, if I am correct, then my husband is wrong. Let's double check this really fast. No, he's right. Latitude is this lines. Longitude are these lines, which means, go back, 120 longitude is the lines going up. Latitude is the lines going on the side. So that's right. Okay. I want to highlight one of those, or both of those lines, so that way I remember which is which. So I am going to highlight right here, and I'm going to label that as latitude, and gonna highlight this direction, label it as longitude. Okay, that way I don't forget and I don't need to worry. Okay, next step. Now I'm expecting you guys to have the coordinates out in front of you because I can't have it would be difficult to have both on the screen at the same time and be able to still see. So I have the plots in my hand, and I hope you do too. Okay, so did we finish reading the introduction? The goal of this investigation is to map the locations of these tectonic events to see what relationships can be deduced. Materials. We need the world map, which is in front of us right now, and 2 colored pencils. Using a world map and 2 different colored pencils, plot location of each earthquake in 1 color and each volcano in another color. Okay, so how I like to do this is I'll take my highlighter and I like to make volcanoes red because I always think of volcanoes as being red. And let's make earthquakes blue. That's dark. Hold on, I know there's an undo. There it is. Let's go with it being green. Okay, so earthquakes are green, volcanoes are red. Cross out the ones that you finish, which means that I need to change my pen to earthquakes because that's where I'm starting. Scroll back down. Earthquakes. Okay, our first latitude for the first earthquake is 40 north and longitude of 120 west. So 40 north. I don't see that we have a direction on here. So let's start by making our little symbol here. Never eat soggy waffles. Northeast, southwest. Okay. Now that we've got that, earthquakes are green. Turn back to green. We need 40 north. So we got to go along this side here. And there's two 40s. So we want the one that is in north. Okay. What are we counting by here? We have 15, goes up by 15, goes up by 15, goes up by more than 15. More than 15? 45 plus 15 is 60. No, it's still going up by 15. That's good, because a proper scale should go up by the same numbers. Okay. So, where here is 40. If this is 15, that would be 7, 5. I'm going to say it's about here. So we want to carry our cursor over on this line until we reach 120 degrees west. West is this direction. So 120 degrees, that puts us right here in California. Sorry to interrupt. Are you enjoying Drawboard? Yes, I am, but I don't want to review you right now. Okay, so I put my dot. Now I need to scroll back up and cross out 40 north, 120 west. Oops. Sorry, it's not letting me scroll very easily. Kind of stuck, so I'm just going to use my keyboard. Okay. Next up, I am going to do right now, I think it's a reasonable goal to do 5 earthquakes and then 5 volcanoes. Okay, so we already did 40 north, 120 west. Now we are at 5 south, 110 east. Still on green because we're still on earthquakes. Which reminds me, I should label on this screen, earthquakes are green. and volcanoes are red. So that way I don't need the other paper to tell me. Okay. Oh. Okay, 5 south, 110 east. 5 south, so that's like right here. 110 east. East. Okay, so east is over here. South is over here. So we're in this general area. And we want 110 east. 110. It's like right there. All right. Try to make your dots small but still visible. If you're too big, then you'll end up having like a whole blob and it's not as accurate. Okay, make sure to mark off that I have done that one. Scroll back down. Okay, 4 south, 77 west. Okay, so we're no longer in this section. We're in west section, but we are still on south, which is right above that dot. But we need to be at 77 west. 77 west. That is right here. That was supposed to be on the continent. There. I just made it a little bigger. Okay. I'm not going to scroll back up and cross it off anymore because my computer is kind of freaking out about that. So we're just going to continue on. 23 north, 88 east. Okay. 23 north. Looks like around there. 88 east. 88 east. Right there. Oh, nope. Too early. 88, 75, 23. We need 77. No, 88 east. There we go, right here. Get rid of my tiny dot. No, I got rid of both dots. Okay, try again. There we go. Okay. Last one for our earthquakes. 14 south, 121 east. 14 south, 121 east. Okay, so I'm like right under this one, but right above this one. Right here. Which is not on a continent, and that's okay. Not all earthquakes actually happen on continents. It's just we feel them when they're on the continents. All right, so that is our first 5 of the earthquakes. Let's do volcanoes. All right, our first one on volcanoes is 60 north, 150 west. 60 north, 150 west. 60, 150 west. Okay, that's an easy one. That one's right on the lines. And I made sure to change my color to red. However, I didn't know that my opacity was not 100%. There we go. Okay. Next one. 35 south, 70 west. 35 south, that's this one. 70 west. 70 west. 35. 70. That is right there. Alright. That's where we have a volcano, our first volcano. Make sure we did that right. 70 west. Yep, 70. It's getting lower. And 35 getting higher. Yep. Okay. Next one. 45 north, 120 west. 45 north. Oh, yay, another one on lines. 45 north, 120 west. Hope I lost my line. 45 north, 120. That is right here. Hey, what state's that in? Looks to be Washington. That could be Mount St. Helens. Or Mount Rainier, I think, is also in Washington. Okay, anyways, back on topic. 15 north and 61 west. 15 north. 15 north. 61 west. 61 west. 15 north. 61 west. 61. I lost my line. 15. Okay. 61. Right here. All right. And last of the 5 for volcanoes, 20 north, 105 west. 20 north, 105 west. 105. Alright, it's right there in Mexico. Okay. Now I can do the next 5. I'm gonna go back to earthquakes now. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have an actual pen with me, so I'm just folding my paper. That's what that sound is. Okay, 7 north, 34 east, earthquake. 7 north, 34 east. Okay. Make sure you changed your colored pencil because colored pencils are not very erasable, and you definitely don't want to mark a earthquake as a volcano. That is why typically I do earthquakes all at once and then volcanoes all at once. But I am trying to get through as many as possible without you having to watch me go through them all. Okay. Next is 44 north, 74 west. 44 north, 74 west. 74 west. That's right there. Okay. 30 south, 70 west. 30 south, 70 west. That should be on the line. Come on, digital pen. There you go. Okay. Next one, 45 north, 10 east. 45 north, 10 east. So put it there. "13 north." Man, you guys have no idea what it's like right now. Max is sitting by me, and he keeps farting. And it's really smelly. Be glad you don't have to smell his farts right now. Okay, back on topic. We were at 45 north, 10 east, we already did. Okay, 13 north, 85 west. 13 north, 85 west. 85 west. Okay. 23 north, 125 east. 125 east. 125. Put it there. Okay. 35 north, 30 east. 35 north, 30 east. Oh, I lost my spot. Okay, so I know this one's on a line. Alright. 35 north, 140 east. 35 north, 140 east. Look right there. Okay. 46 north, 46 north, 12 east. 46 north, 12 east. Did we have another one that was really close to that? 44 north. 74 west. 40 north and 120. Hold on. There's a green one there. On 45. It's literally on 45. What was going on 45? 45 north, 10 east. 10 east. Okay. So this one is 46 north, 12 east. It is that close. Okay. No mistake there. 28 north, 75 east. 28. 28. 28 north, 75 east. Alright. 61 north. 61 north. 150 west. Ooh. 150. That one is right next to this volcano. 47 south. 68 west. 47 south. 68 west. 68. Right there. Alright, that is all of our earthquakes. We've done all the earthquakes. Okay. Change our colored pencil. Now we are on volcanoes 0, the equator, and 75 west. So 0, 75 west. Oops. Now, remember, it's definitely important to pay attention to those wests and easts, because this is a long way. So 75 here. I just realized I think I put that in the wrong place. 0. No, I didn't. I did that right. Okay. But 75 west, look how far 75 east is. I would have placed it all the way over here, which is not where it belongs. It belongs over there. So, just be careful. Okay, 40 north. And when it looks weird, that's when you double check. 40 north, 122 west. It also could help to label the lines over here, so that way you don't have to follow the line all the way through. 40 north, 122 west. I put that on the 20 line. It needs to be just a little over. Okay. 40 north and 30 east. 40 north. 40 north. 30 east. Okay. 30 north, 60 east. 30 north, 60 east. That's right here. 55 north. Okay. 160 east. Okay, right there. Maybe even a little higher. Okay. 3 south, just below the equator, and 37 east. It's right there. Okay. 40 north, 145 east. Okay. 10 south. 10 south. 120 east. "41 north, 14 east." Oh, wrong. Right there. Okay. 5 south, 105 east. 15 north, 35 east. 30 south, 70 west. Okay. That was all of our volcanoes. And we did that in 30 minutes. Nice. Okay, so these are actual coordinates of actual earthquakes that have happened and volcanoes that are either currently active or were active. So, these are actual coordinates. They're real. You just plotted real things on a graph. All right, we have plotted what we needed to plot. Really doesn't look like we plotted as many things as we did, but we did. All right, so now we go on to our analysis questions. Discuss the distribution of earthquakes and volcanoes over the surface of the Earth. Are they scattered at random or are they concentrated in zones? Describe your observations. Okay, so are they random? Are the volcanoes and earthquakes random? I forgot to put a check mark on my volcanoes. Are they random? Describe your observations. I am not going to give you the answers to these. 2. Discuss the distribution earthquakes and volcanoes located in relation to the continents. Are they near the middle of the continents or where? Describe. 3. Using reference books or maps, draw the major crustal plates of the Earth on your world map. Label the names of the plates neatly. You can find that graph right below where it says Teacher's Guide. So, it wants you to draw those lines on your map. I would use a pencil. you have a way to trace, like printing this page out, putting it underneath your map, and then putting it on a window, then you could trace them, line up your continents first, of course, and you could trace those crustal plates. And that would be pretty easy to do if you were to just trace them. Okay, 4. Discuss the distribution of earthquakes and volcanoes in relation to the crustal plates. Are they scattered all over the plates, or is there a pattern? 5. Add arrows to your map showing the direction of the crustal plate movement. So we've talked about our different forms of movement and with plates. So we also talked about in our graham cracker lab what the San Andreas fault line is and what the Rocky Mountains are. So consider those when you are drawing your arrows. And these are just tiny arrows we're talking about. 6. Is there a relationship between the direction of movement and the distribution of earthquakes? Volcanoes? Both? Neither? Describe and explain. Okay, so does earthquakes only happen in one form of movement? Are they in all of the movements? What about volcanoes? Are they in both? What about neither? Let me know. All right, when you are finished, I want you to submit what you have done and show me what your completed graph looks like so that I can look at it. Don't forget to write a comment on the assignment that you participated, or go to the stream and comment on the one that says attendance, which class you're doing, or use the emoji. You can also go to Slack, Mrs. Shear's Secondary Science, and mark your participation in emojis there too. Pick one works, just let me know. And that is all. See you next time.